The testing chamber hummed with barely contained energy as Commander Zrekthar reviewed the day's casualties. 17 warriors, 17 of the galaxy's finest, had entered the Gauntlet of Valor that morning. 0 had emerged. Unacceptable, the Varaxian commander muttered, his forearms crossed in frustration. The gauntlet was supposed to identify candidates worthy of the elite guard, not slaughter every applicant like common prey. Leo stood in the observation deck, watching the medical teams extract another unconscious Kryn warrior from the simulation chamber. The massive reptilian soldier had lasted 4 minutes longer than anyone else. Today a new record that still fell catastrophically short of the required 30-minute threshold. How many does this make? Isabella asked, not looking up from her datapad. She was leaning against the observation window, one hand casually scrolling through messages from home while the other held a half-eaten protein bar. 17, Leo replied, running a hand through his dark hair. As the human liaison to the Galactic Defense Coalition, he'd been documenting Earth's integration into the wider universe for 3 months now. The Gauntlet's difficulty settings haven't been adjusted since it was created 2 centuries ago. Isabella took another bite, still texting. Her fingers moved across the holographic keyboard with practiced ease, occasionally pausing to watch the medics hoverstretcher another fallen warrior past them. Commander Zrekthar,'s heavy footsteps announced his approach before his gravelly voice did. Humans, your presence is noted but unnecessary. This is a matter for warriors. Leo straightened diplomatically. We're just observing, Commander. Earth's military is interested in understanding Coalition training protocols. Then observe this. Your kind is soft, born on an easy world, with gentle gravity and docile predators. The commander's chitinous faceplate shifted in what might have been contempt. The Gauntlet will accept only true warriors. Isabella finally looked up from her phone, one eyebrow raised. Docile predators? You mean like the ones that evolved specifically to chase down prey until it dies from exhaustion? Or the ones that can smell blood from kilometers away? Or maybe the microscopic ones that eat us from the inside if we don't boil our water? Your sarcasm does not impress me. Human female. Wasn't trying to impress you. She pocketed her datapad. But since you brought it up, what exactly makes this gauntlet so impossible? Zrekthar,'s mandibles clicked in amusement. It simulates combat scenarios from the 47 most hostile environments in known space. Gravity fluctuations from 0.3 to 4.7 standard. Temperature swings from -100 to +200 Celsius. Atmospheric composition changes. Terrain that actively attempts to kill you. And combat opponents that adapt to your every move. So, a Tuesday on Earth, Isabella said flatly. Leo shot her a warning look, but she ignored it. She was already walking toward the Gauntlet's entrance. What are you doing? Leo called after her. Going in. Unless the big scary commander wants to stop me. Zrekthar,'s laughter rumbled like falling rocks. Please, attempt it. When you fail in the first 60 seconds, perhaps your pride will be properly adjusted. Isabella paused at the threshold, pulling her datapad back out. What's the record again? 4 minutes, 12 seconds. Set today. Cool. Hey Leo, can you record this? I want to send it to my brother. Before anyone could respond, she stepped through the shimmering barrier. The gauntlet activated immediately. Isabella found herself on a platform suspended above a lake of what appeared to be molten metal. The air shimmered with heat, and gravity tripled in an instant. Around her, holographic projectors spun up combat scenarios, armored opponents materializing from nowhere, each one a perfect recreation of the galaxy's deadliest warriors. She stumbled, slightly under the increased gravity, then adjusted her stance, her knees bent, weight distribution shifting automatically the same way she'd learned to move through the high-gravity caves back in the Andes, where one wrong step meant a 100-meter fall onto volcanic rock. The first opponent charged, a Thregnar berserker, all muscle and fury. Isabella sidestepped it like she was avoiding a subway door, letting its momentum carry it past and over the platform's edge. She didn't even look up from her datapad where she was typing. You won't believe what these aliens think is difficult, lol. The temperature plummeted. Frost formed instantly on every surface. Isabella had grown up in Vostok Station, Antarctica, where her parents worked as research scientists. -100 Celsius. That was spring break. 3 more opponents spawned. She dispatched them, with efficient, almost bored movements, a palm strike here, a leg sweep there. The fighting style looked deceptively casual, born from a childhood spent fending off everything from polar bears to territorial penguins to the occasional territorial scientist going stir-crazy in the endless winter. The gravity shifted again, dropping 2.3 standard. Isabella's next kick launched her opponent into the ceiling hard enough to crack the holographic projector. "Oops," she muttered, still texting. "That's probably expensive." In the observation deck, Leo watched in stunned silence. Beside him, Commander Zrakthar's forearms had gone completely still. "How long has it been?" the commander asked quietly. 11 minutes. She just passed the halfway point. The gauntlet escalated. Toxic gas flooded the chamber. Isabella held her breath with the ease of someone who'd spent summers diving for abalone in the oxygen-depleted waters off Tasmania. The terrain became a shifting maze of razor-sharp obsidian. She navigated it barefoot, her calloused feet finding purchase where none seemed to exist. Years of rock climbing in Yosemite had taught her to trust friction and balance over brute force. Opponents came in waves now. She flowed around them like water, never where they expected, always moving with minimum effort for maximum effect. At one point, she actually paused mid-fight to respond to a message, ducking a plasma blade without looking and using her attacker's own momentum to send him crashing into his allies. 20 minutes, Leo announced. She's still texting. What could she possibly be saying? Leo pulled up the message log that Isabella was broadcasting. The latest message read, "These guys thought Earth was easy. Can you imagine? Anyway, miss, you tell Mom I'm eating enough protein. 25 minutes. The gauntlet threw everything it had, left simultaneous multi-directional attacks. Environmental hazards stacking on top of each other. Gravity fluctuations every 3 seconds. Isabella yawned. At 29 minutes, she was still standing on the central platform, completely unruffled, finishing up a text conversation about her niece's birthday party. At 30 minutes exactly, the simulation ended. Silence filled the observation deck as Isabella emerged, tucking her datapad away and finishing the last of her protein bar. "That was fun," she said. "A little easy though. You should add some venomous insects or maybe an active volcano component. Really spice things up." Commander Zrakther stared at her, all 4 eyes wide. "Impossible. No one has ever." While texting, Isabella shrugged. "Yeah, well, I'm from Earth. We call it a Deathworld for a reason." She looked at Leo. "Did you get the recording?" Leo nodded mutely. "Awesome, send it to me. I want to post it before dinner." She started walking toward the exit, then paused. "Oh, and Commander, you might want to recalibrate your test. If that's the bar for elite warriors, Earth's going to dominate your military in about 6 months." She left, already typing her next message. In the observation deck, Leo finally found his voice. "Commander, I should probably mention, Isabella isn't even military. She's a civilian volunteer, a graduate student in xenobiology." Zrakthar's chitinous plates went pale. "What are your actual soldiers like?" Leo smiled. "Would you like to find out?" The commander looked back at the gauntlet, then at the 17 warriors still in medical care, then at the door through which Isabella had disappeared while casually planning weekend brunch plans via text message. "I think," he said slowly, "I need to file a very detailed report about humanity." "Probably a good idea," Leo agreed. "Welcome to Earth, Commander. We're just getting started." END